Hey guys, so we've reached the end of the trigonometry chapter. The last thing for us to do is solve trig equations using the identities that we saw earlier in the chapter. So, these can get quite hairy, quite scary, quite tricky, so I'm going to do one question per video, and I plan to do 5 or 6. So, hopefully you'll find them useful. So, the identities, in case you've forgotten them, are these two. So tan of theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta, and sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. So these are the two we're going to be using. Let's have a look at the question. So here's our guy. We want to solve the equation sine theta tan theta plus 2 sine theta is equal to 3 cos theta, where cos of theta is not equal to 0. And we want to give all values of theta to the nearest degree in the interval 0 to 180. Fully justify your answer, just means to do some workings up. So, it's not always obvious where we should go with these guys. The idea is that we want to get an equation in terms of just one trig function. So this one's extra especially fun because we've got all 3 functions. So these questions are all about playing around and seeing what you can come up with. You might not get directly to where you want to be at, depending on which identity you choose to use. So, if I hold my hands up, first time I tried this, I used tan of theta is sine theta over cos theta. So I would have got sine squared theta over cos theta, and that is by turning tan of theta into sine theta over cos theta, and I had plus 2 sine theta, and then that is equal to 3 cos theta. So then I thought, well, let's multiply through by cos of theta, but that gave me a problem. I got sine squared of theta plus 2 sine theta cos theta equals 3 cos squared theta on the right hand side, but by then I knew I had a problem because we've now got this sine theta cos theta term in the middle. Now next here we can actually turn that into something else with some identities we'll see next year. For now though, that's no good to us. So that told me, alright, back to the drawing board. It's all gone wrong. So what else could we do? Now the question here actually gives us a little bit of a clue. So over here it tells us cos of theta is not equal to 0. So if we're not interested in values of theta, which would make cos of theta 0, that tells us we're fine and dandy to divide by cos. Usually you have to be careful with doing such a thing because dividing by 0 is naughty. Sometimes it might get rid of some solutions that we need in our answer. Here though, it's directly telling us not to worry about values of theta when cos theta is 0. So what that's telling us we can do then is divide through by cos. So if we do that, we're going to get sine theta over cos theta times tan of theta plus 2 sine theta over cos of theta, and then that is all equal to 3. So what we've now got on the left, we've got sine theta over cos of theta in 2 places, and that is tan of theta. So we've got tan theta plus 2 tan theta equals 3. Okay, so now we're in a slightly happier position. Now everything is in terms of tan. So if we sharpen this up a little bit, tan theta is tan squared theta plus 2 tan theta, and if we minus the 3, we get minus 3 is equal to 0. So now we're back in familiar territory. We've got ourselves a quadratic. So we now need to solve this like we would a normal quadratic. So we can factorise this guy. So we put a tan theta in there, and a tan theta in there. We need two numbers that multiply to minus 3 and add together to positive 2. So that's going to be plus 3 minus 1. So this now gives us two separate solutions, or two separate values for tan theta. So we get tan theta is equal to minus 3 and tan theta is equal to 1. Now one of those we should be able to do without a calculator. That's the guy on the right. So that would give us, if we inverse tan of 1, we would get theta equals 45 degrees. So that is our first solution. Now we're going to need to use our calculators to find the solution from tan theta equals minus 3. So if we do the inverse tan of minus 3 to the nearest degree, as the question asked, we get minus 72. But that is not in the interval 0 to 180. So that is not a solution for theta that we're interested in. So as we're playing around with tan, all we've got to do is add 180 to minus 72, because the period of tan is 180. So theta is minus 72, add 180, which is 108. So those are our two values, 108 and 45. That's the mission complete. That's it for this video. You can probably see why I'm only doing one question per video. They are quite lengthy. Okay guys, hope this has helped. Let me know down below in the comments.